I personally think that it's absolutely crazy that they just dropped this. It's almost a bombshell. I don't think that there was many people who saw this coming. Palworld is 5 days away from the time of me recording this video, and I actually didn't even have a video planned for today until when I was live over at kick.com/Fringe-Patriot-Gaming. You should go check that out, by the way. Drop a follow so you don't miss out when we go live and stream the launch of Palworld. But when I was live over there today, one of my viewers, shout out to Sunstrider, actually brought up something about Palworld that I have not given much thought to, other than when we breezed over it in the video I made covering Pocket Pair's Q&A. And that is servers hosted by Pocket Pair. And what do we know about those exactly? Well, basically all that I can find out that we know of for sure is that there's going to be a 32 player cap. So there you go, video's over. I'm obviously just joking. We love to speculate over here, and that is exactly what we're gonna do. But instead of me doing the speculating, I'm going to go ahead and just dive into each aspect of the game and ask some questions about it and leave it up to you guys to speculate in the comments or in your own mind as to how official servers may affect these certain aspects of the game. Starting off, let's talk about building. Is the building going to be restricted in the sense of you're only going to be able to build in specific areas? Maybe only certain plots of land allow you to build on them? Or are they going to go with more of a claimed areas type thing where you can claim a section of land and then build on that? Or is it just going to be a complete free-for-all? And the reason I bring this up is because we have got to start thinking about what's going to be happening with server stability. You know, if it's a complete free-for-all and you could build whatever, wherever, first off, griefers could and most likely would attempt to, you know, grief in some way, but I'm sure that would be covered by the official moderators if they had those. But even aside from griefing, too many people building in one area could cause the whole entire server to lag. Too many buildings being put up in general may cause the server to lag. And building doesn't only mean, you know, structures going up. I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of automation inside of this game. We see the pals building conveyor belts in several of the trailers, so I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of automation. And is all of that extra process going to be causing lag when you mix together the possibility that 32 separate people are doing their own separate things? Next, let's go ahead and talk about combat. This is something that I wouldn't say it has me concerned, but it definitely has me asking a few questions like, is it going to be a free-for-all? And if it is a free-for-all, is there going to be enough pals to go around? What happens when somebody kills a pal that I'm trying to capture, right? Or if somebody steals a pal that I'm trying to capture? You could argue that could be a part of the game, and I would agree if this is going to go in more of a Rust style or Ark style official server status, and we really won't know how that's going to happen until PvP comes out, and the PvP is not even going to be at the launch of the game. And the fact that PvP is not at the launch may add to some of the problems that could come from any building aspects that we previously talked about. Speaking of PvP, let's go ahead and move on to PvP and ask some questions having to do with that. First being, is there going to be raiding? I think that's the number one question. If there is raiding, you can assume this is going to be more of a Rust or Ark styled PvP official server experience, which I'm not against. And in that case, if somebody kills your pal, tough luck. If somebody kills the pal you're trying to get, tough luck. If somebody kills you and takes your pal, tough luck, bro. Like, that's how it works. But if they're not going to be going with raiding, what are they going to do with PvP? Are they going to be doing a dueling aspect? And if they go with a dueling aspect, is that going to be including your pals or not including your pals? Because you would assume that it's going to include your pals, but here's the kicker. When your pals die, they die forever, right? Is this going to count in PvP? I can feel some people getting really toxic that, you know, maybe a stronger pal of theirs got beat out by a pal who just happened to be of the stronger element, like a super strong ice bird getting beat out by a little flaming fox. I personally think that it's absolutely crazy that they just dropped this. It's almost a bombshell, the fact that they're going to be having official servers. I don't think that there was many people who saw this coming. the Discord is in disarray. And if you go back far enough into the Discord, you'll actually see community managers arguing with regular Discord users about the fact that there will not be official servers in Palworld. So nobody seems to really know what's going on with these official servers. But the last question, and probably the most important question that I want to speculate on and have you guys speculate on today, is wipes. Will there be wipes? And if there are, how often? If you don't know what a wipe is when basically the entire map resets. All of your progress is deleted and you are forced to restart. These happen for a few reasons in games like Rust and Ark. It keeps server stability and keeps the game fresh, as well as allowing for competition to build up from wipe to wipe. But honestly, I do not know how I feel about wipes. I feel like it just kind of depends on how easy it is to progress in the game, because Rust and Ark are, well, Rust is fairly easy to progress in. So having to redo that progression after a wipe isn't the biggest of deals. Let me know how you guys feel about all that down in the comments. And I know I said I wasn't going to speculate, but you know I was just playing. We're going to give you all my answers in a quick rundown fashion. For building, I think they're going to go with claimed areas. I really do. I don't feel like they're going to have restricted areas. They might not allow you to build inside of towns and whatnot, but I feel like they're going to be going with claimed areas that prevent other people from attacking those areas and griefing those areas, if you will. When it comes to automation lag, this is just a guess, but I'm assuming they really tightened the screws on the difference between Palworld and Craftopia automation. Craftopia automation, back when I used to play, could get all over the place. And I'm assuming in this one, it's going to be a lot more streamlined and a lot less. I don't know how to explain it if you haven't played it in Craftopia, but it could get all over the place. Moving on to combat, I think that it is going to be a free-for-all. I think that somebody's entirely going to be able to kill your pal, steal your pal. I think there could possibly even be a guild of 12 people who guild up and smash through the entire game in a day. When it comes to PvP, I'm really thinking that we're going to be looking at a dueling format of PvP. I don't anticipate this going down the Rust route. I do picture possibly having some settings inside of the dueling screen, maybe being able to choose whether you use a pal or not use pals. Maybe you just want to do some gun PvP. And I'm also guessing that when your pals die, if they die in PvP, that they do not die forever. But that's, again, totally a guess. They could very well die forever in PvP. I'm not entirely sure. And finally, with wipes, I think that yes, there will be wipes, because there will have to be wipes. I think that the wipes will come, though, almost as new content and expansions come, perhaps. So since I don't think it's going to be going with a raiding Rust style of PvP, I do think that that is going to make it to where the wipes do not need to happen as often. Possibly quarterly wipes, maybe even 2 wipes a year. They might even delay a wipe until they have an expansion coming out. And again, I want to point out, this is all speculation, ladies and gentlemen. I could be wrong on every single point I have made today. Let me know down in the comments what you guys feel about all of this, what your guys' thoughts are. Hit like on the video if you're still here. It really helps boost us in the algorithm. Drop a follow, kick.com/Fringe-Patriot-Gaming, not to miss out on the launch of Palworld. Other than that, though, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the information that I wanted to go over today. I'm out.